It took me a very long time to graduate from college. I took a year and a half off because I became pregnant to my son.
I didn't graduate high school. I dropped out and got my GED. When I had my children, I actually had a really awful birth experience.
I was in the streets. I was, barely making it in high school. I got pregnant when I was 15. I had him when I was 16.
My mom was in prison when I was young. I was in and out of foster care a lot, and I barely made it through high school.
I was 16 when I had my son and 18 when I had my daughter, and also married at 18. So now here I am. I have a family. I'm 18. In 8th grade, I got pregnant, and I was pretty shameful of my pregnancy because I was so young. I didn't understand what the hell was going on. So I just ended up dropping out. I had no idea what I was doing. Everything I had to learn, I had to look it up.
How am I going to go to college? I was undocumented. At the time, there was no California DREAM Act, so I had to pay on my own cash.
None of my parents went to college, so I really was the first to even attempt to navigate these spaces.
Childcare is constant need, and it's something that our kids has really been working on because it's been a struggle.
That's when it got hard, and I feel like that's when I also experienced my biggest isolation was because I came here with 3 kids.
When I got accepted to UC Riverside, he was going into 6th grade, a brand new school too, because I kind of moved him around schools as well due to his disability. And I wasn't ready. I didn't feel ready, but I would come to the campus and I would just try to feel myself at the campus. And I was like, I'm gonna be here, but I just didn't know when. Now it's taken me 9 years, but it's okay. I'm here. I had my daughters when I was 23, and I never really had a set job. I was just kind of like a hustler. I wanted to be a lawyer. I still do. I was having trouble with my son's dad at the time. I had a case open with him. I couldn't afford an attorney. And then also because of, my parents were losing their house at the time too.
I was like, I just don't want my son to live what I've lived through. So what do I do? And I started trying to raise my grades up. I feel like I translated everything I learned in the streets, in organizing and everything into school. I just wanted to take care of my son. It's been a village of folks who have been there pushing me.
Once I got to the university, it meant so much because first generation, documented, and a mother. For me, it was just something to be so proud of.
When I got here, one of the history professors, she's a parent, and she really has been my mentor and has gotten me a couple internships. And I have published work because of those things. And that blows my mind still to this day.
The faculty here seem very supportive to me as a student parent, because for me coming in, that was my priority, right? Who's going to support me? Because I was coming in with 3 kids as a single mom.
The opportunities I've had is, of course, working with our kids and being employed at the Women's Resource Center as a student parent assistant. That also led me to working with communities on campus, also undocumented student services on campus. They were able to help me with aid. As a DACA student, oftentimes you don't have that financial opportunity.
And that's what helped me navigate through all the adversities that you come through during your college years.
I would advocate for myself more. I would pray the imposter syndrome away, feeling like, do I really belong in this space? Yes, you do belong. We need people who look like us teaching students. Seeing someone with our stories, people like us. That's why I decided. I was when I look at kids, I see the future.
Be present, because I feel like I've been on survival mode for too long. I was just doing and trying to make ends meet, fighting eviction notice and cases while being a student and raising kids. Now that maybe it's because we're in quarantine and I'm speaking out loud, but I'm seeing them develop so much and so different in my eyes every day that I'm where have I been? I've been there, but just providing, and now I'm no, you need to be there and prioritize you and your kids, and because that makes me do my work better.
The desire not to give up has to be there in order for you not to give up.
I came here with an addiction, and then when I started Oban and I got my own apartment, I kind of didn't want to bring those habits with me, so I stopped.
Don't be ashamed. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be well worth it because you grow a lot personally and family-wise.
I would hug myself and I would say that, it's going to be okay, because the journey that I have done here at UC Riverside has changed my life.